Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to this special video where I'm going to discuss a theory about the Internet Darlings. Now if you don't know, the Internet Darlings was supposed to be a show featuring the likes of Wrestling with Regret, What Culture Wrestling, and the whole effing show. Now as a person who is subscribed to all three channels and one of What Culture's other channels, this was really big news for me and I was really excited. To be honest, the only video I saw pimping this out was the whole effing show's video. Now, apparently, and you know, nobody on either of the other channels want to discuss it, but apparently somebody from What Culture Wrestling, this is just hearsay, who knows what actually happened, but one of them was like, I don't want to really work with the guys from the whole effing show. Now, if you haven't watched their channel, they have a really brash sense of humor. It borders on immature at times, but it is still in good taste. Now, I do want to say that all three channels, I subscribe to all three of them. So I'm not saying this to badmouth any of them. Far, far from it. But I think this is a work. Now, if you really look at it, I know common sense dictates it wouldn't be, but I'm thinking it is. For one, okay, the whole effing show has been around for a while now, like realistically, and they have over 100,000 subscribers. So when you invite them, you know what you're gonna get. You should before you invite them. Now, if you already discussed with the guy ideas on what to do, then why is there any confusion? Now, I guess in theory, you know, apparently the What Culture guys were not in on the chat, which I guess would explain it a little bit, but I don't quite get why they would care this much. And I know I'm probably going to get flack. Well, I won't get flack because nobody's going to view this video. But, I really can't imagine that any of the guys would sit there and go, we can't work with the whole effing show, guys. I mean, just seems off. And then, the Raw 4th hour, the Raw after this was announced, and it was announced they were off the show, the whole effing show, like the entire 4th hour, was talking about it. Now, the wrestling fan in me says this is a work. And you might be wondering, why would you think that? Well, What Culture has their own wrestling show, believe it or not. And it's okay, I guess I haven't watched any of their matches. But I watched the promos, I see what's going on a little bit, I guess. And, it would almost make too much sense to bring in a Brian Zane during one of these. I mean, Wrestling with Regret has enough viewers and support where they could probably fly out there, and if not, What Culture should. I mean, they're a business. So they fly him out there for a one-time show. And in theory, why wouldn't you include the whole effing show? I mean, you have the perfect setup. Because if the person who, I mean, this is what I always hear, the person who did complain was Adam Blampier, then he is on their show all the time. He is on the WCPW. So you could, in theory, bring the whole effing show in and just have it as a swerve. Now, I've just said all that. Nobody's watched this video. Ooh. But I don't think that's true. Realistically, I don't quite get what's going on here. Because there are plot holes everywhere. Why would you invite them if you don't know their sense of humor? Why would you invite them if you didn't think something like this was going to happen? I mean, it's not like they're the third biggest wrestling channel on YouTube. I don't know who would be, but I don't think it's the whole effing show. So why would you invite them? It doesn't add up to me. And either it was a huge oversight by Brian Zane, or it's a work. So I'm holding out hope that it's a work. And at whatever the show is called, Internet Darlings, we get to see all three of these guys in the same area at the same time with a steel chair.